Alright, back again. So we are carrying on. You guys probably will see a fair bit of content over the course of the next week. I want to try out all the decks, including the World Tournament Goku, as we are playing against Broly, so I think this is just an instant loss, because I don't think I've built around this deck being able to play against Broly, but we'll give it a good shot. As this is just like actually a really good opening hand for us. So I can't really complain too much about it. So yeah, you will see over like the course of the next week, I'm going to try out all these decks, put out an actual gameplay so you guys can watch like client gameplay. Then from there, I think I'll like slow down on the upload, and I will go through and I will do all the decks that got support. So like the Diamond Vegeta, stuff like that, decks like that. We'll try and work through that way. I think that's probably actually not a bad way to go about it. I think I'm going to need all the... I think I can get rid of this because I've got two of the other ones. So we'll go through, we'll do all that good stuff so we can, of course, start moving, like, getting a bit more in-depth instead of me just playing random-ass gameplays. I think that might be, like, maybe a cool... a cool way for me to do content. Like, it'll set me a bit of a goal. I need to get through these decks because I am like slowly dropping off. Like, I'll have highs and lows of content, so I want to try and keep a bit more consistent. As we are actually going second against Broly, which is what you want to do. I think Broly actually really struggles if you make him go first. So we are definitely not complaining. And obviously, okay, so there's a Gomah. Some more fields would be nice. He plays down a Gohan. So the idea is like you try and hit Broly hard and fast. So next turn it'd be like answer into Ku. Because at the moment I don't have another charge this. I think I need to dig for a field. This is the only reason I run this, to find a field. That's... I would have preferred the restand one, but that's okay. No, next turn we want to... Okay, so we want him to swing at us. Man, I'm making this difficult for myself. I'm trying to figure out the way I want to do it. Okay, so he does combo out. My guess is obviously you want a Nappa. So we're not going to... We'll just hope that he doesn't come up with a bar. Because if he doesn't come down... If he doesn't play down a bar or the Gohan to KO this, then next turn we can self-awaken. Then we can sort of get into our free plays and whatnot. Yep, so he does just have the Nappa. So we can kind of go like full rage at him. We are obviously going to be in a slight bother, because obviously he has to awaken here, but we can we? I don't know, maybe there's nearly a case for we Now I'm actually kind of really stuck what I want to do in this matchup. We do need to self-awaken. Oh. So we draw another super. I think I have to get rid of one of these guys. So the rest will play out of the field. You guys would have seen the gameplay that I put out recently, where I actually wasn't running this, funny enough. We will flip. The only annoying thing now is that like we're gonna have to set up the way we are. We will swing it leader, pop the field and play that into no combos on that. Think maybe I set up for next turn. Maybe I just set myself up for next turn. So we can do this. Play a coup. So he kind of has to go into the KO Broly. Well, I probably should have thought of this a bit earlier, but... he probably has to go into the... doesn't... Oh, we'll rest the Chilai. So we can next turn, if of course this lives, we can actually swing a fair few times with King Gomah. Of course I have no... Fortunately I have no second world targets to play, but we might draw into one. He's charged to 5, which is very interesting. Wonder if he's like not seen that and made a mistake. But this is the problem when you play like into Broly as yellow. It's gonna be some hard yards. Unless you're Majin Buu, you are going to be struggling against Broly. As we wait and see, unless he like has the play where he wants to turn Paragus into a 20k attacker and he just uses instant. So there's a bar. But that's okay, because we have another one of these Maras. I suppose he can't even do that. Can't bar, because then he can't Broly. He can Broly, which will kill the... Done myself a mischief here. But I think if I sequence it right... combo a Freezer. I mean, I guess if I really have to, I can go into the... I suppose on the flip side, I can go into the lock. Lock the Broly. Sure enough, everything's gonna die. Yeah, so my opponent's made a mistake. We get no Broly, so I think that puts us in a really good spot. Just top deck us a never. Top deck us a never, and we're actually in really, really good spot. Not quite. I do really like this promo. So... we'll arrest the field. Oh, speaking of never. Wow. What are the odds? What are the odds? Okay, so we get to kind of really pop off here, which is going to be cool to show. Goes to 2. We of course put him to 1. We play the Gomah for 4. We draw. We swing with the Gomah. We play this field. Going out of life. We KO the Nappa. We swing 30k. We then crack the marker for this guy. We rest him. We play this field. We restand the Gomah. We swing the Gomah again. He does combo out there. We swing the leader. We pop the field. We play the never. Yeah, whatever. We restand the Gomah again. So let's poke and see if he's got a super. There's the super, of course. Now, do I just leave it here? Because next turn I can facilitate, obviously, what I can. The only way that he removes this Gomah is by playing the 8 cost Broly that doesn't restand. So obviously our hand has taken a big whack. That is one thing. There's like, we went like full aggression that turn, so we didn't really recover anything. And I'm not playing a lot of cantrips or anything in this deck. So he is comboing? Okay. Is he maybe just going to push us and he's got the double strike? I think he's just made a complete mind blank. Maybe he's not running instant to get rid of his energy and he wasn't meant to have done that. Yeah. Yeah, so he's just gone all in hoping that I would take myself down. So as long as he doesn't combo to, yeah, so he scoops there. Which is a bit unfortunate, but sometimes you have to take those, and that is sort of the downside to the sim someday, the client some days, is that, like, you can't, like, in real life, you could be like, oh, fuck, can't charge 5, but there, he's already charged to 5, so unfortunate way to win that, but nonetheless, I got to show you, like, the amount of 30k swings you can generate in one turn.